Hello YouTube, this is another predictions video, and today it is for the UFC Fight Night Saturday, August 6th, Rodriguez versus Caceres. So, let's get right to it. First up, Chase Sherman versus Justin Ledet. Really don't know who's gonna win. I mean, they're both making their debut. I'll go with Chase Sherman. I think he just looks bigger. I think Sherman gets it done. He looks bigger and it looks like the stronger guy. And so we're going to Chase Sherman. And then we got Cub Swanson versus Tetsuya Kawajiri. I'm gonna go with Cub Swanson. I think I just think, with his last win, he's gotten a little bit better now. That was a pretty good win, I think, over Hakran Diaz. Hakran was a pretty tough-ass guy, and Cub got back in the winning column in a good way there. So I gotta go with Cub Swanson. And then the FS1 prelims, you got Teruto Ishihara versus Horacio Gutierrez. I'm gonna go with Horacio Gutierrez. He won the Ultimate. No, he didn't win the Ultimate Fighter. He was an Ultimate Fighter contestant. Lost it to, I think, Enrique Barzola. Yeah. So I just think he gets in the win column with a win over Ishihara. And then you got David Tamer versus Jason Novelli. I'm going to go with David Tamer. I just think he's a better fighter. I was impressed the way he beat Martin Svensson. I thought Martin Svensson was going to win that fight. I thought Martin looked good on the show, and then David Tamer just finished him in like the first round, I think it was. I think it was the first round. Oh, it was the second round. Okay. Yeah, it was the second round. It wasn't the first. It was the second. But I was still impressed the way he finished Martin Svensson, so I think he gets it done against Jason Novelli. Then you got Victor Pesta versus Marcin Tybura. I'm going to go with Victor Pesta. I just think he's the better fighter because he almost beat Derek Lewis. He's really beating down Derek Lewis until Derek did something right at the end of that second round in that fight and then turned around the fight. So, yeah, Next is Court McGee versus Dominique Steele. I'm going to go with Dominique Steele. He has nonstop action-packed Dom T Steele for a reason. I'm going to go with Dominic Steele. I feel like he can get the job done against Court McGee. Next is Marina Moroz versus Danielle Taylor. I'm going to go with Marina Moroz. She's, I think she's a pretty good strawweight fighter, Her one loss was to Valerie Letourneau, who was a former title challenger. But no shame in that, she's still young. She's still got a lot to learn. So, yeah. Then you got Trevor Smith versus Joe Gigliotti. I'm going to go with Trevor Smith. UFC veteran, I would say. I know he's fought in the UFC for a little while. Yeah, for at least 3 years. So, I would say he's a veteran. He's not super new anymore to the UFC. So I'm going to go with Trevor Smith. Then you got Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Zach Cummings. I'm going to go with Zach Cummings because, I think Santiago, he's... I think he's a pretty fast fighter, Hits hard, but I say Zach Cummings, he's got the win here. I feel like Zach can find a way to win, But yeah, I don't really know how he'd win, but I feel like he can find a way to win. So I'm going with Zach Cummings on this one. Then you got Talis Latiz versus Chris Camozzi. This is a pretty tough one. I'm going to go with Chris Camozzi. I think he put an outstanding performance on against Joe Riggs. He's a good fighter, big middleweight. I think he's pretty big for the weight class. I think a win here would be spectacular for Chris Camozzi. I'm going to go with Chris. And then you got Dennis Bermudez versus Hani Jason. I'm going to go with Hani Jason because, he wants to beat Dennis Bermudez to get into the title chapter. He says it's a shortcut there. So I think that Hani Jason wins this fight. Then you got Yair Rodriguez versus Alex Caceres. I'm going to go with Yair Rodriguez. He's just too fast. I know Alex is fast too. They can both do it all, but I think Yair Rodriguez has more of the crazy kicks. I just think he can finish Caceres somehow, some way. But yeah, so all right, that's it for the UFC Fight Night predictions this Saturday, August 6th, when Yair Rodriguez and Alex Caceres headline the card at Salt Lake City. And that'll do it for me. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.